Friends, patriots, Americans, we stand here today united by our love for this great nation. We gather today at a pivotal moment in our nation's history, a crossroads that will define our future, a time for choices, a time for reflection, a time to consider the path we want to take. And folks, let me tell you, a time for some serious nail-biting. The stakes have never been higher, because the man who once called himself your favorite president wants to be back in the Oval Office. And he's not coming quietly. He's coming with a roar, with a mission. He's got plans, folks, big plans. Plans that could reshape the very fabric of our society. And let's just say those plans don't involve making nice. They involve confrontation. He's talking about settling scores. He's talking about revenge. He's talking about rewriting the rules. He's talking about turning this great nation of ours into his own personal vendetta theme park, a place where grudges are settled and enemies are punished. Now, I'm not one for hyperbole, but this is serious stuff. This is not a drill. We've seen what happens when power goes unchecked. We've seen the chaos it can unleash. We've seen the damage that can be done when anger and resentment are allowed to fester, when division is sown. And let me assure you, we can't afford a repeat performance. We can't afford to go down that path again. This isn't a reality show, folks. This is our democracy. This is our future. And it's time to choose a different channel. It's time to make a stand for what we believe in. This election is about more than just policies. It's about the very soul of America. It's a choice between two fundamentally different visions for our future. On one hand, we have the politics of fear, division, and grievance. The politics of us versus them. The politics of Donald J. Trump. On the other hand, we offer a different path, a path of hope, unity, and progress. A path where we embrace our differences and celebrate our common humanity. A path where we build bridges, not walls. A path where we choose love over hate, empathy over indifference, and facts over fear. This election is a referendum on who we are as a nation. It's a choice between retreating into the shadows of the past or marching boldly into the light of a better tomorrow. And I believe with every fiber of my being that America is ready for that light. Let's talk about healthcare, folks. Because in the richest nation on earth, no one should have to choose between putting food on the table and seeing a doctor. We believe that healthcare is a right, not a privilege. And that's why we're fighting to expand Medicare and make quality, affordable healthcare accessible to every single American. Our opponents, on the other hand, well, they seem to think healthcare is some kind of luxury item, something you have to earn, something you can only have if you're lucky enough to be born into the right family or have the right job. They've spent years trying to gut the Affordable Care Act, putting millions of Americans' healthcare at risk. That's not right, folks. It's just plain wrong. We deserve better. We deserve a healthcare system that puts people first, not profits. A system that treats every American with dignity and respect. That's the America we're fighting for. Now let's talk about an issue that's near and dear to my heart, women's rights. Because let me tell you something, folks. Women's rights are human rights. And they're not up for debate. They're not bargaining chips. They're non-negotiable. We believe that every woman has the right to make her own decisions about her body, her health, and her future. And we will fight tooth and nail to protect that right. We will not go back to the days when women were treated like second-class citizens. We will not stand idly by while extremists try to turn back the clock on decades of progress. We will stand up, we will speak out, and we will fight for a future where every woman is free, equal, and empowered to achieve her full potential. Because that's what it means to live in America. Section 5, the art of compromise. Now I know some folks like to paint me as some kind of radical, a firebrand, a loose cannon. They say I'm too extreme, too unwilling to bend. But here's the truth, folks. I believe in the power of compromise. It's not about giving up your values, but about finding a path forward together. I believe in bringing people together to find common ground. It's about understanding that we can disagree without being disagreeable. Because at the end of the day, we're all Americans, and we all want the same things. A good job, a chance to provide for our families, a safe place to live, where our children can play without fear, and a brighter future for our children and grandchildren. We want to leave them a world better than the one we inherited. That's why I'm always willing to reach across the aisle and work with anyone who's willing to work with me. It's about collaboration, not confrontation, because that's how we get things done in this country. We build bridges, not walls. That's how we solve problems. By coming together, pooling our ideas, and finding solutions that work for everyone. That's how we move forward. together, united in our common purpose. And let me tell you something else, folks. Democracy doesn't thrive on conflict. It doesn't grow in the soil of division. It thrives on healthy debate, on the exchange of ideas, on the willingness to listen and learn. It thrives on our ability to listen to each other, to respect our differences, and to find common ground. It's about empathy and understanding, and to find common ground. Because in the end, we're all in this together. That's the kind of democracy I believe in. One where every voice is heard and every person matters. And that's the kind of democracy we're fighting for. A democracy that works for all of us, not just a select few. Section 6. A beacon of hope, the Biden legacy. Over the past few years, we've seen what real leadership looks like. We've witnessed a president who has consistently shown up for the American people, demonstrating a commitment to unity and progress. We've seen what happens when you have a president who cares deeply about everyday Americans, who listens to their concerns and takes action to address them. A president who believes in science, in facts, and in the truth. Someone who prioritizes evidence-based policies and makes informed decisions for the betterment of the nation. A president who leads with empathy, compassion, and a deep love for this country. His actions reflect a genuine concern for the well-being of all citizens. President Biden has brought back decency, dignity, and respect to the White House. His administration has worked tirelessly to restore the integrity of the office. He's restored America's standing in the world. Through diplomacy and collaboration, he has strengthened our alliances and rebuilt our global reputation. And he's delivered real results for the American people, from passing significant legislation to initiating projects that benefit communities across the country. From tackling the COVID-19 pandemic to rebuilding our economy, his leadership has been pivotal in navigating these challenging times. To addressing the climate crisis, he has made substantial strides in promoting sustainable practices and protecting our environment. President Biden has shown us what's possible when we have a leader who's actually on our side. His administration has been a testament to the power of dedicated public service. But our work is far from finished. There are still many challenges ahead that require our collective effort and determination. We have so much more to do. The journey towards a more equitable and prosperous nation continues, and we must stay committed to this cause. And that's why we need to keep moving forward. We must build on the foundation we've laid and strive for even greater achievements. We need to build on the progress we've made. Every step forward brings us closer to a brighter future, and keep fighting for a better future for all Americans. Together, we can achieve remarkable things and create a legacy of hope and progress. Section 7, a life forged in justice. Now, I know what you're thinking, folks. What makes you qualified to be president? Well, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm the daughter of immigrants. My mother was a biologist. My father was an economist. They taught me the value of hard work, education, and public service. I spent my career fighting for justice. As a prosecutor, I fought to protect the most vulnerable among us. As Attorney General of California, I fought for criminal justice reform, environmental protection, and consumer rights. And as a United States Senator, I've been a tireless advocate for working families, for women and children, and for all Americans. My life's work has been about lifting up others, about giving a voice to the voiceless, about fighting for those who can't fight for themselves. And that's exactly what I'll do as your president. Section 8. The power of we the people. This election isn't about me. It's not about Donald Trump. It's about you. It's about the future we want to build together. It's about the promise of America, the idea that no matter who you are, where you come from, what you look like, or who you love, you can achieve anything you set your mind to if you're willing to work hard and play by the rules. That's the America I believe in. That's the America I'm fighting for. And that's the America we'll build together. So let's get out there and make it happen. Let's organize. Let's mobilize. Let's vote like our lives depend on it, because they do. The future of our democracy depends on it. The future of our planet depends on it. The future of our children and grandchildren depends on it. This is our moment. This is our time. Let's make history. Section 9. A future defined by unity. Imagine an America where every child has access to a quality education, regardless of their zip code. Imagine an America where healthcare is a right, not a privilege. Imagine an America where we've tackled the climate crisis and created millions of good-paying green jobs. Imagine an America where our democracy is strong, our economy is booming, and our people are united. That's the America I see. That's the America we can build together. But it's not going to happen by accident. It's going to take all of us working together, lifting each other up, and fighting for the future we deserve. We can do this, America. I know we can, because we're not a nation that gives up. We're not a nation that backs down from a challenge. We're a nation that rolls up our sleeves, gets to work, and gets the job done. Section 10, a promise to protect. As your president, I promise to protect our environment, our democracy, and our rights. I promise to fight for an economy that works for everyone, not just those at the top. I promise to bring our country together and heal the divisions that have plagued us for far too long. I promise to always tell you the truth, even when it's hard. I promise to listen to you, even when we disagree. And I promise to always put the needs of the American people first. This is my pledge to you. This is my promise to America. Section 11. The choice is clear. The choice in this election is clear. We can choose to go back to the darkness and division of the past, or we can choose to move forward together toward a brighter future. I believe in America. I believe in the American people. And I believe that together we can overcome any challenge and achieve anything we set our minds to. Let's go make it happen. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.